Hello, hi, and welcome back to Jolly Jilly's Crafts. My name is Jillian. I upload videos every single Tuesday. Please, if you like the video, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to my channel, click on that notification bell, and you can be uploaded every single Tuesday when I upload. Notified, not uploaded. So today we're doing more Christmas crafting. We're going to be using Dollar Tree trees that look like this. I haven't really seen too many around the Dollar Tree this Christmas, to be honest. You need some ribbon, you need some craft glue, and some picks. So these are ones I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be disassembling them and using them. So this actually calls for 6 Christmas trees and it looks like a snowflake, but instead I only had 5 at home and I haven't seen these anywhere this year. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna make like a star. So that'll be fun. So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and change the angle of the camera so you can see what I'm doing, and we will get right to it. Alright, so when you take the trees out of the box, this is what they look like. These are the bottoms. They attach onto, it comes with 5 pieces. 3 pieces? 3 pieces, guys, sorry. And normally what you would do is you would attach them and then they stand up. But what we're going to do instead here is we're going to pop off this guy, and it comes off very, very easily. And then what we're going to do is we're going to attach these two together. Oops, hot. So we're going to attach these together, we're going to wire them together, and then we're going to use some glue on the glue gun. So you just see how I just put them side by side. So what I have here is I had this, okay, so believe it or not, I had these 5 Christmas trees at home. So clearly I have a Dollar Tree problem. Like, let's call a spade here. Clearly I have a hoarding Dollar Tree problem. I bought all of these Christmas trees, I guess last year or the year before, and I just never got around to using them for what I intended to use them for. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, it's like garden wire, I guess they call it. Garden wire. Floral wire. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these two, like I said, here, side by side. And then we're going to, there we go. See how it kind of like stops at one part, and we're just going to wrap the floral wire around it. Let's see here. And then we're going to hot glue it as well. So let me get this floral wire here. There we go. Kind of around. And just do it as many times as you can, and try and get it reasonably tight because you want to make sure it stays where it's supposed to stay. So I'll just move this right here. So let me see here. Floral wire, and we're going to glue it as well. So just kind of wrap it and tight, good and tight there. Okay. Make sure it's good and tight because we want to make sure it stays where we want it to stay. Okay, so let's kind of pull on it. It's kind of hard when the floral wire is big like this, but you know what? We're going to put on our big girl panties and get it done. Okay, so let me see. And just kind of, and you want it to be kind of like this. You see how you want it to be like this, right? And you want it to stay, and then you'll glue it as well, because you're going to be basically overlapping these things. So we're going to make 2 of these. Just kind of tighten it like that, and around, and around, and then I'll even, oops, there we go. Do it a little bit up here because we want it to be relatively sturdy. We don't want, there we go. We want it to stay, guys. There we go. This floral wire has other plans today. There we go. And let's see, it seems a bit caught. There we go. Oh, there we go. Loosey goosey. All right. And let's see here. All right. And then just kind of wrap it around. And this is an old floral wire that I just had at home, and so that's why it's giving me a little bit of a run for my money today. Let's see. Alright. Oops. And one more around that way. Okay. I think I can just, there we go. Ah, there we go. A couple more times around. And it's pretty sturdy actually. It's pretty good hold. There we go. So I'm just wrapping it around a couple more times. And let's see. Oh, I think that'll do it. And then we're also gonna come back with some glue, so never fear. And then I have my handy dandy wire cutters here. And that might help to unravel this masterpiece here. At any rate. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was super stuck. Okay. All right. Now, I'm just gonna put this, oh yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, here, if you can see that, see how it's wired together? But I'm gonna also put some glue because I wanna make sure that for sure it sticks, right? It's nicely wired together here, but we want it to stick. So we're gonna put some hot glue. Now I use Gorilla Glue because I buy it from Walmart and it has a really good hold. I mean, it does take a while for the glue to set up sometimes, but it's worth it because the hold lasts. So we're just gonna glue it here. And the little blue mat that I'm doing this on, this is actually from the Dollar Tree, and the glue doesn't stick onto it. So that's good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that together. Oops, there we go. And wait for it to set up. So I will be back once this glue sets up. So this is what they look like when they're glued together. So see, there's the glue. I actually put it on both sides. Now what we want to do is we want to make an X. I'm gonna put this down like that. We want it to be done like that. Do an X, and then we have to add the final Christmas tree. So it looks like, here. So it looks like a star. See? See how that is? But first things first, we're going to put these two together like that, and then we'll put this one, we'll just attach it up here like that. I think that's good. Okay, it's kind of sticking already because the glue is slightly tacky. And so that's what we will do. So we're just gonna go ahead and put some more wire. Oh no, I got hot glue on some of the wire. We're just gonna take, if we can find the end ever again in this thing here, we're just gonna wire them together again. I don't know why the wire, it's like Christmas lights. They get all tangled and it's like, oh my gosh, what are we doing here? Okay, so I'll just go ahead and wire these. Okay, so they're kind of stuck together a little bit already. Because the glue, like I said, is not fully cooled, but I kind of just wanted to, okay, there we go. Make sure it stays where it's supposed to. And then, sorry guys, I'm out of the frame here. And so I'm just going to wire them together again, like so, and make sure it's nice and wired. So you just kind of have to, like that, a bit more like that. And then just keep wiring. And then what I'll do is I'll show you when I'm putting this one on. So I'm going to pause it so you guys don't have to watch because I'm going to hot glue it again as well. Okay. So now, oh, I should move that. Now we have these two together, you see? So glued together, wired together. Now the hard part is going to be getting the fifth guy there. So what I was thinking is I would, ow, hot glue gun. What I was thinking is I would do it together from the bottom, kind of like that. Makes more sense to me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plop this down for a second and move the hot glue gun that loves to injure me away for a second. And I'm gonna just go ahead and wire this last one on here. I'm making sure that it's stable the whole time. So I'm gonna take my wire, I'm gonna feed it underneath. So here's this guy, I wanna put it here. And I'm gonna feed my wire underneath. I'm gonna put it all the way under. See, you can kind of see it coming up now. This is gonna be tricky though, because the wire is not gonna want to stay where I put it. Or the wire maybe, or the little piece. Okay, so this guy, pull it up here on the side. It's trickier than it looks, guys. Like I was saying, I couldn't find a lot of these. I couldn't find any of these actually at Dollar Tree. But luckily, they do have some like this at Dollarama, but you're gonna have to, they're not quite like this, that they're fully they're fully trees kind of thing. So you can still do this with them if you want to. It just makes it a little bit more difficult because they're fully spread out when you get them. And so I'm just gonna kind of like do an X shape here. Let's see, where did the wire go? Yeah. So I'm just gonna pull the wire up and around, and then through that other side and kind of around again. And what's really gonna hold it probably in place is the glue. So just kind of do the best you can and then glue the heck out of it. Okay, and around we go again. This wire was probably not the best wire to use just because it keeps, like, you know, catching on stuff and making me a little cuckoo nuts. Okay, there we go, over again. And I think I can just maybe glue it from now. So I'm gonna take my wire cutters and cut the wire that you can't even really see because it's green. And I'm gonna fold it over and just glue the heck out of this. So I am gonna glue it on the front and the back like I've been doing, just because I really want the glue. I just really want this thing to stay together. But like I said, I'm gonna glue the heck out of it, push that down, and so I'm gonna need probably more glue. Yeah, because I'm done with this glue stick. So this project requires so much glue. And you know the center does look really ugly for now, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a big bow on it, so you're not gonna really see it anyway. So let me just place this guy back where I want him. See, it kind of looks like a maple leaf or a cannabis leaf. Oops, and there we go. Let's see. So again, we're just gonna put it on the blue thing. Put it on the blue mat here so the glue doesn't drip all over the finally changed tablecloth. Everything is Christmas now in this house. So Christmassy. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue it there, and then I'll glue it in there as well. So I'm going to pause the video because you do not need to watch glue setup. Okay, so this is how it looks here. See, it's all glued together. I'm holding it. It's sturdy. So now let's just see, this is the bottom, like this. Now the fun part. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up the Christmas trees, okay? So it's just a matter of, you know, opening them. Bringing all the, opening them like this, see? So it's really cute, little Christmas trees, okay? So just keep messing with them until you like the look of what you've got. See, so it's like half of a Christmas tree, right? Okay, and so we're gonna do that for each one of them. So, oops, sorry buddy, there we go. And like I said, the middle, don't worry about the middle too much, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover it. We're gonna put a really pretty bow that we're gonna make on it. So here we go, just open them up. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, so it's starting to take shape really nicely now, so I'm gonna pause the video and then I will come back to you when all of the trees are opened. So this is how it looks all fluffed out. I did flip it over because I thought it looked nicer and then it would lay flatter. So this is how our star looks so far. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to first do the bow that's gonna go in the middle, and then we can do the fun part, which is like doing some paint, adding some, you know, tchotchkes and things. So what we're gonna do is I bought this ribbon from Michael's probably a couple years ago now. So I probably bought it on sale because I don't think that I'm the type of person that can pay that much money for ribbon. I'm not spending $15 on a roll of ribbon. That's like, please. I can't do that. We gotta buy groceries. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to, I'm not the best at making bows. So what you do is you just make a loop like that, okay? And then, thankfully we have, what do you call this? Wire ribbon. And then you make another loop. So you twist over the ribbon like that, and then you make another loop on the other side. And then you just keep making loops like that, Okay, so I'll show you again. So then you twist it again, and you make similar sized, oh gosh, similar sized loops, see? And then you twist it in the middle, and you make more, there we go, that's better. And then you make more, and this is double-sided ribbon, so that's nice. And then you make more loops. So you're gonna do this about 8 times, okay? And you're always pinching it in the middle here. And then eventually you'll put it together with like a pipe cleaner and you'll make nice bows. So I think I want my bows to have about 4 bows on each side. So we just did this side. Here we just did this side. We're gonna make another loop here, see? And then we're gonna twist it again there like that. I made it a little too big. And then we're gonna come onto this side and make another loop, see? Okay, let's see. Just kind of make it like that. And then do another little twisty twist. And then flip it over, twisty twist. So that's 3 on this side, 3 on this side. So we're gonna do 1 more on each side because we wanna make it a nice big bow. So 1 more on this side. So twist it in the middle and make your last loop. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just have a little bit of a tail here. I'm left-handed, forgive me. Oh, there we go. Cut it. Oh, these scissors aren't that great. I forgot to bring a pipe cleaner over here. So let me pause the video while I grab a pipe cleaner. So we have, it doesn't look like much right now, but when we tie it on, so here's the pipe cleaner. We're just gonna feed it through the front here. We're gonna flip it over to the back and flip it over here. And then we're just gonna tighten the pipe cleaner, okay? So that it's on, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it. And then we'll flip it back over to the front. And we're gonna fluff out our bow. And then we will add some paint and some embellishments on this bad guy here. Okay, so we're just gonna take our loops, fluff them out a bit. I may have gone a little overboard on the size of these loops, guys. Okay, okay. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just bringing it closer to me here. It's kind of a nice bow here. I'll open these up a bit. Okay. And then you don't really see the part in the middle anymore, right? Because of the bows here. Okay, there we go. Just kind of, yeah. Okay, loop-de-loops. Some little loop-de-loops here. Okay, so there is that. So, put the bow in there like that. Just fluff it up, and this way you don't see the center. I did make these too big, but fortunately, because they're wired ribbon, you can just kind of tuck them in and make it big like that. I told you I'm not so good at making these bows, but there we go. Kind of serves its purpose, right? Now, I'm gonna make that smaller too because I don't like it. There we go. All right, it's a bit of a messy bow, but it will look nice once we have done all of our stuff. So I'm gonna get some, here's my white paint. I'm gonna make it flocked, but I want to add my embellishments to this guy first. So there's it. Actually, I think I'll do the flocking first, and then I will flocking. Flocking is just painting white on it to make it look like it has snow on it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this bow, but that's okay. All right, so here we go. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take, this is a paint I'm using from Michael's. Actually, that's way too big a brush. So I'm gonna take a different brush. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. There we go. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna put some paint on your brush, okay? And just put it here and there and everywhere, right? Just paint just a little bit up where you think it's good. It's just kind of like dry brushing too, right? And it just makes it look a little bit nicer, a little more Christmassy. So what I'll do is I'll finish flocking this. See, so you just kind of like put paint here and there where you think it will look good. And then we're gonna finish up our star here, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead, you don't need to watch me doing this, I'm just showing you kind of how to do it so you get an idea. And then what I'll do is I'll pause the video and I'll come back, and then you can see the super fun part when we're putting on the embellishments. Okay, so here's how our star, our supposed to be snowflake, is looking. So here we go. So you see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, just like a star. We have the ribbon in the middle that's covering up the ugliness, you see? And now the fun part, we're gonna lay this down and we're gonna put on the embellishments. So I have a bag of stuff that I haven't used from other projects, and I'm just gonna see kind of what I wanna do. So let me just empty these and see what I wanna do with these. So just kind of stick some, like some greenery and some reddery, greenery and reddery. Just kind of anywhere that seems like it makes sense. So let's see. I think I want to use this one here. Okay, and there we go. Just kind of pull it off if you can. Oh, that's not what I want to do. And just place it where you think it should go. Like for instance, okay, I'm going to use these scissors and cut it off. And then you can just kind of place it whatever makes sense for you. So I have a red one there, so I want to put a red one here. I have a red one there, so I want to put like a red one here, and then a red one, and this red one here. That maybe should go there too. And then we'll just put a sparkly one over on this one. So it just kind of makes sense, kind of where you're putting it. So there we go. So we're just gonna go ahead, glue them down. I'll put a couple of pine cones maybe. Some pine cones, I have some pine cones. I can stick them in as well. Just whatever you like to make it look nice, okay? Pine cones, let's put a little pine cone there. Maybe some of this other winter stuff here. Now these are mostly Dollar Tree picks, but there are some other things that I put in here as well. There we go. Just if I had them laying around and whatever, I would just put them in a bag and wait until I thought that I had enough stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing with it here. Now this is the top, so I want to put some extra things in there so you see that that's the top, okay? So you can just play with it until you're happy with how it looks. There we go. Actually, I want to put this one here because it's nicer. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue them on. If I have 5 pine cones, that would be perfect, because then we can put one on top of each one, just like that, and you just play around until you're happy with it. So I'm pretty happy with how that's turning out. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue them on, and then I will come back to you guys with the finished product. Okay, so after some humming and hawing and adding and subtracting, this is what our star looks like, okay? So there we go. Take a good look here. So I'm not super pleased with the bow. I'm probably going to work on that a bit, maybe take it off and redo it because I don't really like the bow. But everything else is looking very, very good. I like it. It kind of looks like a like a maple leaf or like a cannabis leaf, to be honest with you. But it's festive and fun, and I think I might even actually put it on my front door just because I think it looks pretty cute. Bow aside, which I'm gonna fix. Yeah, so there's that, guys. Super fun, right? Super duper fun. And then if you want to put it on your front door, you just put a hanger on the back of it. So this is what it looks from the back. This is what it looks like from the front. It's very, very festive. I'll give you that. I had some cotton stems and I added some pine cones and some berries. I had these like frosty things that I had left over in that bag from projects that I just took things apart and put in. So that's how that's looking. I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out, and yeah, it's looking pretty cute. It's a little heavy, I might say. It is heavy. it's a bit heavy for your hands. I'm gonna pause and then I will talk to you directly. 1 second. Thank you for joining me today. Again, I'll give you one last look at our, more like maple leaf, but our star wreath, how it turned out. I really do like how festive it looks. And again, I think I'm going to put it on my front door. It is a little heavy because it's 5 of those trees. But I want to thank you for joining me today. And if you like the video, please click on the like button and subscribe to Jolly Julie's Crafts. And I have to clean up this mess because every time I do crafts, it's a hot mess in my house. But that's okay because it is fun. Okay, so without anything else, I guess that's all I have to say for today. Thank you for joining me. Click on the like button, subscribe to my channel. That's it. And so I will see you next week with another crafting video. It's going to be I saw at Michael's and I'm trying to make dupes. It's going to be 2 dupes next week. So thank you for spending the time with me and I will see you next Tuesday.